The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Women's Hardcore Championship.
So glad you said that, because I made an absolute crazy introduction. Can't even go back and make it any better than we made it. Just know you guys missed out on something special. Like, it was amazing. Like, I was using words that you didn't even know about. I was using words that if you looked it up in Webster's dictionary, you would have to call Mr. Webster and have him at it.
Introducing the challenger. From Russia, the Russian gladiator, Patera. And her opponent, from seasonal residencies, the Women's Hardcore Champion, the Extreme Van Alice Lady.
But going back real quick, we'll say some of it. JW, welcome to the show, brother. Iffy, what is happening? Welcome to the show. Digital Dogs, welcome in. You would have missed an amazing entrance, but we're muted, so we're going to talk about some of it again. Now, if you look at the goal in the chat here tonight for the tickets, if we hit that goal, we are going to talk. We're going to have a behind-the-scenes look at some things that I think are really interesting. We're going to have faster shows, of course, but we're going to have a behind-the-scenes look at some stuff. Some of the stuff I'm doing right here, I didn't even pull it up to show you, but, you know, I've got quite a few of these books, and we're going to dip in to these books. And it's going to be something I'm going to show you that's going to be available to you guys. It has taken a lot of work every single night. I've been working on it for about a month so far, and we are getting closer. We're a little over halfway through, but we're getting closer to the end than we were in the beginning. But tonight, there are 9 title belts on the line. All 9 matches will have a universal title belt on the line. In these universal title matches on the Wednesday Night Wars, we haven't seen one in a minute, but on the Wednesday Night Wars, that is where the Outbreak brand will fight against the Meltdown brand, and both ways. It goes both ways. So if an Outbreak, like Vanessa LeVay, right now, she represents the Outbreak brand, where Rapentia represents the Meltdown brand. So this is the one time you're going to see the cross-branding where Outbreak wrestlers will be fighting against Meltdown wrestlers. Oh, you didn't know? Digital Dogs, thank you for buying your ticket, brother. And guys, remember, all the money does go back into the channel. And eventually, once I feel comfortable that the game, and it's why we're probably going to stick with 25 a little bit longer than we've ever stuck with another game, instead of moving straight on to 26. I said it last year, we didn't do it. I got too excited. We've got over 1,068 hours in this game. 1,068 hours. Absolutely crazy. What is going on? Witcher buying them tickets. Buying them tickets for everybody in the chat right now as well. Digital buying his, Witcher buying hers, and then some. She's got a little and then some going on right there. But new look from Repentia in this match. You can kind of see, and I've been waiting to debut this look for quite some time, especially when she comes out with Sarah. But right now, Repentia kind of on an amazing singles run, so it hasn't come around. So I'm like, we'll bring it out. We'll bring it out in this Universal Hardcore title match. And look, we can see Vanessa LeVay. We saw that she got cut open by that megaphone, but this isn't the first time we've seen Vanessa get dominated and then come back and absolutely destroy the competition. So right now, if I was Repentia, I'd be like, man, I got to keep my eye on the prize. Look at that new move. Tell me when the last time you ever saw that move happen. My answer is I don't know. And that move sets up the bloody gumdrop. Is this going to be the first fall of the match? 1, 2, 3, and it is. But in the Universal Hardcore division, it is going to take 2 falls to get the win. So Repentia getting fall number 1. And now this is probably the most threatened Vanessa has been in a match. Can Vanessa come back and turn it around, or is Repentia going to be running it down? What is going on? The Beast, welcome to the show, brother. Prime time Sean Sanders, welcome to the show. And another thing I was talking about at the top of the show when I was muted and nobody heard it, we've got both the men's and women's hardcore titles on the line. We got both television titles on the line, both tag team title belts on the line. And Repentia with the first big win of the night, bringing the belt back to the Meltdown brand.
Here is your winner, and new Women's Hardcore Champion, the Russian Gladiator, Rip Patera.
Oh, you definitely look at Sped. Look at Sped down buying all the tickets. You got Digital buying tickets. You got Witcher buying tickets. You got Sped down here buying the tickets. And Sped was probably sleeping. My voice a little bit too loud. Probably woke him up. He said, whoa, what is going on? And bought them tickets. Really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate it. Big time stuff. I have not seen, and look, this goes to show, and this is part of that behind the scenes look that we will look at when we look at the real wins and the real losses that have happened since day one in the TCW. That is the thing that we're putting together. And when I get it completed, I will put those sheets in the Discord so you guys will be able to like go over it, look over it. But one of the more amazing things that I saw is there, because of like the 8-man matches, there's a lot of like losing records. A lot of people have a lot of wins. A lot of people have a lot of pins, but then a lot of losses because they a lot of multi-man matches, and there can only be one winner.
Contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match and is for the Universal Hardcore Championship.
Yeah, and that didn't take very long. We've been streaming now. For less than 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Less than 30 minutes, you guys are already like crushing it. Man, YouTube has gone through some different things, and now, I'm like, I can't even tell what I'm looking at, like, in this. I can't even tell what I'm looking at. I'm trying to get my thing to tell me some stuff, but it's not really telling me the data that I want to know, but it's all right. It's all righty then. So you can see Jakai losing the title belt and now representing the SSU, taking off the mask to face Digital Dogs, and Digital, kind of a little more of a hardcore look he's got going on right now. It's almost like he got off the plane late or something, and now he's rolling up, and he's like, hey, whatever. Oh, I got a mat. Oh, it's right now? Is it right now? Okay, well, then let's go and get it and look it up, and let's get this going. Who am I wrestling, by the way? Jakai. Really? Okay, I'm on my way. Appreciate that, Prime. It's funny, now that we're doing some of the crossover storylines with the SSU, it's kind of funny that if you go and you put in totes, you'll find some titles that I've got out there that I've made that I've never used. You know, and they're like, oh, hey, what's this title for? And I'm like, I've never used that title. They're like, what? We have I uploaded a United States hardcore title belt. Never used it. I was going to, and then we did the brand split, and there was too many belts, and I took some of the belts back, so absolutely crazy. But they're out there if you want to use them.
Introducing the challenger from Sydney, Australia, weighing in at 248 pounds, the Wolf. And his opponent from Authority Megacorp HQ, weighing in at 407 pounds, the Universal Hardcore Champion and one half of the United States Tag Team Champions, the Destroyer, Dino Dog.
Yeah, it is an interesting way to do that. That's what makes me and Solo so different. The same in some regards and so different in other regards. We've taken the same idea and presented it very differently. I love it. I love seeing it. And that's the problem when you have two E-Federation owners that are very protective of their product, right? Sometimes you can be a little overprotective and not allow some really cool things to happen. Where if you step back and just trust it a little bit, some neat things are going to happen. And look, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. But that's not exactly what wrestling is about. It's not just about winning and losing. Sometimes it's about, well, all the time, it's about the how, and it's about the story. Was there a payoff? Was there a this? Was there a that? I like that your dad's getting involved. It's entertaining. How can it not be entertaining? What is going on? Derek, welcome to the show, brother. You know, I used to fall for that, and I'm glad John Cena's having his tour, but I'm not convinced it'll be his last match ever. I just have a feeling like all these guys, like The Rock, Steve Austin, you know, he has said it's his last match 100 times, but there's reasons and times and places you see people get back in the ring. Whoa! Shakai was like, he played a little bit of possum there on the ground, and like, these guys are not strangers. If you look in the SSU, they fought on the same side, but I will tell you this. None of you have seen this version of Digital Dogs. Not this moveset. Not this guy. So Digital fighting a lot different than he fought the way he fought in the past. And that's part of the deep dive I want to get into. There's a few things I noticed. Not just with the characters I created, but there's some things that I just noticed, and that's why I'm very excited about the Cruiserweight title match here tonight. But some things that I noticed that were overlooked, and I have a feeling that is why the wrestler, and not by wins and losses, but the wrestler wasn't wrestling how I thought they should wrestle. Miguel is a great example of that. I've done a few things, looked at a few things, changed some of the moveset, because I'm trying to figure out like why Miguel does so well in other places and hasn't done as well here. Part of it is we have a lot of master-crafted characters. There's no way around that, right? So everybody, I don't care who you are, you upload your character, you got a learning curve coming. But it doesn't explain exactly what is going on. And last night I found some other things different from Digital. Digital was in his moveset. Miguel was in his ratings. And normally I go through all that, but I changed all these other things and completely missed the ratings of Miguel. So I'm really excited. Even though Miguel's got a losing streak, he's got things that are dragging his character down. I think we fixed some things that will get him wrestling how he should be wrestling. But those are the kind of things like I like getting into that in the podcast. I'm hoping that me and Solo, maybe even as early as tomorrow, can do a podcast where we just sit and talk wrestling. Me and him do it on the weekly, and both of us say, man, this is gold. I wish we were just sitting around in front of some microphones talking so we can get other people involved. So maybe we can do that. And look at that. This could be the turning point of the match. Now, nobody's up on the other one. It's going to take two falls again, another hardcore match. Rosquetios. I'm at the turning point of the match, and not in this way. Digital Dog, Shakai hooked the ankle, grabbed that ankle, did an ankle pick. Digital falls down and hit his head on those stairs. Now, whether you guys know it or not, the game now this year finally accounts if you land on a weapon, and those stairs are a weapon, so it does matter. The back of his head hit those steps, and I thought that it was going to be all over, but the crying right there, I thought that would be, I thought that would be, where's the referee at? Referee, hey, I know, what is he doing? Hey, ref, welcome to the match, buddy. Glad you can make it. And look, you can see an absolutely different attitude right now in Digital Dogs. Digital, since becoming the leader of the TWO, changing it to the total world order. You can see a difference in the way Chili wrestles. You can see even in elevation Matt Storm's wrestling acumen. Like, Digital proven to be a leader, and there's some... Oh! Wolf spike! Hooks the leg, and look, that spike goes right after the breathing apparatus of Digital Dogs, and that is where, and it has been proven, that is where you want to attack Digital Dogs. And there it is. 1, 2. How does Digital kick out of the cutter, the man of 1,000 cutters? And that's another thing. So many things that we've been talking about so far, we haven't even been able to bring up this. With Jakai, the leader of the Wolfpack, that means two different things. He has got a Wolfpack in the SSU, but he also has a Wolfpack here in TCW. Two completely different Wolfpacks. Do those Wolfpacks emerge? Does Jakai lose half of the Wolfpack? Don't know, but Jakai is giving it everything he's got right now, and this goes to show everybody this year wanted to wrestle with the Giant archetype. They thought that was going to be the deal. They were wrong. If you can stay in the ring, like with the Digital Dogs, if you can stay in the ring, his stamina will deplete, and Jakai just hit it on the chair. The chair busted up. 2, 3, and that's what it took to get a pin on Digital. That should scare you. If you're a wrestler in TCW, that should scare you. He hit him with 2 cutters. He hit him with the wolf spike. One of the cutters on the chair. Chair now all busted up from that cutter Jakai hit. And Digital now trying to fight back. Digital getting that dog in him right now. And Rot-Row SpaghettiOs, that might be it. 1, 2, 3. And Digital will remain the Universal Hardcore Champion.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal Hardcore Champion, the Destroyer, Dino Dog.
Yeah, if I was that ref, I'd be scared too. I'd be like, Digital, look, there was a point in the match where it looked like Digital had the match over, like he was going to get the second pin, and the referee never showed up. And that kind of starts to make you wonder, if you are the management of TCW, that has got to make you think, what is going on? Has the SSU, has Jay Savage gotten to the referee? Is there maybe a little payoff right now going on in the referee's pocket? Do we need to switch over to nothing but our own TCW referees? Like, things you got to start looking at. But now, Universal Tag Team title belts on the line. Eagle Star and Bama of the Horsemen been absolutely dominant, but I don't think they've ever faced off against anybody like the Lord Arthur Stevenson, kind of your henchman, kind of the savior of the SSU, the right hand of Jay Savage. Oh, that's true. Maybe TCW has a bad vision plan for the refs too. You know what I mean? Maybe they're not providing the correct medical. And look at these guys. They're just coming out. And Jay Savage is like, hey, no, let's go do our thing. Like, lead the way, big guy. Hashtag LASIK for every ref. I love it. Man, I'm telling you, if you you watch the last couple of matches that Digital has been in. Digital's character behind the scenes, not up front, but behind, like the engine, the stuff that's under the hood, has been completely revamped. And now I think the game is starting to catch up to it too. That's something else, you know, people, I don't think they realize it. Just because you made the change, somehow this game remembers the stuff. And so sometimes the change takes a few matches to take place, but this was absolutely crazy this time. But bigger threat going on right now with the TCW. We have seen the Meltdown brand win the first 2 matches of the evening. So Meltdown up 2-0. If you look at the SSU, technically Jokai represents the Outbreak brand. Technically the Horsemen represent the Outbreak brand. Technically right now, in this particular match, the SSU represents the Meltdown brand. In order to get them on, they've got to be on a brand, and that is how it's been so far. So Horsemen right now, though, making their way down to the ring. We have talked about this in the last couple of matches, but they have been absolutely dominant. Absolutely dominant. Will that domination carry over tonight? And it's funny, in the last match that they had, it didn't look like they were going to be that dominant team. For the first about 5 minutes, they were getting absolutely obliterated. Then all of a sudden, something snapped, something flipped the switch, and then it just turned around and bam, they won the match. You're like, what just happened there? AI does recognize AI. And man, there's so many layers. I don't think people fully understand. I think there's 7, possibly 8 layers to the AI. And that's just, the 7 layers are what you can control.
Is an elimination match, and is for the Universal World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 538 pounds, Lord Arthur Stevenson and Jay the Savage, the Infiltrators. And their opponents at a combined weight of 480 pounds, the Universal World Tag Team Champions, Palmer Boy and the Eagle Starman, the 4 Horsemen.
That's exactly right. If you guys haven't checked out Digital Dogs, he just put out a video on how to make what I would like to call the poor man's cappuccino. And I'm going to tell you, I did it, and it was delicious. It's saving money right there. I'm all about saving some money. So go check that video out. But yeah, what more could a man want? Maybe the poor man's cappuccino. That's what I would rename the video. I'd be like, poor man's cappuccino in quotes. Now look, we talked about, you know, what's doing what and how's doing when. Jay Savage has won a Universal World Championship title belt. So look, there's a reason why he is the Federation owner. There is a reason why the Lord Arthur Stevenson showed up when things started to go south a little bit. And it was almost before there was even talk about it. I don't think Totes happened to see it coming, but there was already some clues that an SSU type invasion might be coming. Now, I don't think they expected the reverse side of it, themselves. I don't think TCW expected it. Then I don't think the SSG was ready for the response. I think they were waiting for, oh, this is just going to be a defense. They're just going to defend. But the TCW has gone on the offense. So it makes for a pretty great little thing because both are on the offense right now. And look, you saw this. You saw this on the SSU show, and look at this. Bama saying nope. But you thought it was going to be just a 10 count. It is not. Matter of fact, there is going to be some things about this match right here that may come as a shock. And Bama able to turn it around. Thought we were just going to see Jay Savage going on the offense, but look, he'll show you right there, like, no need to wait around, no need to worry what is going on. JP, welcome to the show. Oh, look at this. Just coming in, not just one to prove that, hey, we can take these Universal Tag Team title belts, but one to prove that they will dominate their competition and embarrass them. That they've got the ability to do that, and there's nothing we can do to stop them. Can the Horsemen prove them wrong right now? You are the Universal World Champion, Dark Witcher. You hold the top women's title right now. And look, a lot of back and forth right there, and that's a move right there where he jumps into this. You'd want to call it a leg bar. That's not what it is, but almost looks like an arm bar. But he wants to jump into it, and you wouldn't think he'd be able to do it, and he does. But Bama sees it too, and this has been absolutely amazing to see these two guys going back and forth. Each guy trying to get the better of the other one, and each guy getting the better here and there, right? Taking it and getting. But now it looks like it just pissed the Lord off, and now huge power bombs on the Eagle Star. And pulling him back out of the corner, but Eagle getting back to his feet. Eagle no stranger to the gym either. And it's still, at the end of the day, it's like a chess match going on between all these guys. Now, you wouldn't expect Eagle to be able to pick up the Lord, but again, Eagle does not skimp on leg day. Look, already a tired pin. One. And Jay Savage able to get in there and break it up. Look at the state of that. Is that going to be enough to get the win? Bama goes, hooks the leg. 1, 2. And look, you get pinned on a move like that, a double team move from up top. I'm telling you. It's one of those things you get. Bama now trying it again, hooking the leg. 1, 2, 3. And you thought it was going to be over, but it is going to take a total team elimination to win. A total team elimination to get the victory here. And right now, Jay Savage has got to play this smart. You can see, obviously, Eagle Star wore out. You can see the marks on Bama's body. So, definitely possible to come back. But look, Bama trying to give it everything he's got right now onto Jay Savage. Can Jay Savage turn this thing around? And look, under normal circumstances, I'm like, there's no way. You look at these guys, there's no way they could beat them. But you can see the Horsemen, absolutely technical wrestlers, absolutely been doing. Oh, thought he had him right there again. But the Horsemen know that they're giving up a lot of size. They give up a lot of size to a lot of different people, so they know it's going to take double team moves. They know it's going to take that technical style wrestling. They know it's going to take using the entire ring against their opponent. Because if they get going like this, and here it is, Tripletta, the triple butterfly made famous by Jay Savage. And that is step one. That is step one to getting this thing turned around. Now, even though Eagle Star got out of it, that really quickly evens up the odds in this match. And now you can see Jay Savage, he's starting to build the confidence himself. One. And Bama Boy in there to break it up. Now, can Jay Savage use this to his advantage? Can he keep Eagle in the ring? Can he get the pin right here, setting up for something? Oh, went for the shot, but quickly gets back over, and you thought it was going to be the triple butterfly again, but it turns into a butterfly backbreaker. At least he doesn't make it hard. Is it your birthday, Sped? Sped buying tickets, getting us over that mark right there. So definitely going to have another episode faster, but also we are going to have the podcast. And again, maybe as early as tomorrow. We'll have to see what goes on. We'll have to check maybe Jay Savage's schedule and get him on here. Now the Horsemen wisely getting out, but look, Jay Savage getting after Bama right now, and maybe Bama's the one he really needs to get to. Oh, you talk about innovative moves. We just talked about the Horsemen having some innovative moves. Right now, Jay Savage pulling out some stuff I guarantee you haven't seen him do. And again, Jay Savage now using every part of the ring too. And I know that was about to be it. Eagle able to break it up, but this might have been Jay Savage's plan all along. Now you saw in the beginning, the Lord taking the brunt of the match. Oh, look at the state of this. Super butterfly off the top rope onto the table. 1, 2, 3.
Has been eliminated.
And Jay Savage, I thought Eagle Star was going to get one up on him and tried to put him in the triple butterfly. Eagle takes him out. Who is going to come home with the Universal title belts? Can Eagle Star find a way back? And it looks like Eagle might be favoring that knee a little bit. Now, Eagle has seen this before. Is he setting him up? No, this time Jay Savage lands that backhand right across the head, whips him into the ropes, goes low. Huge elbow, and I thought right there he would go for the pin, but instead, still going after the head of Eagle Star. But is he getting ready to do it right now? Is he about to put him in the... No, what is this? Oh, and maybe a move too far. Eagle Star picks him up. Savage blocks it and flips it back around on Eagle. And again, this is one of those things where technical back and forth wrestling has been happening the entire match. The technicality of the Four Horsemen, the old school style of the SSU, and Savage going for that super butterfly to end the match. Can he do it? He gets it, but will he pin him? Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and the SSU has come in and snagged the Universal Tag Team title belts.
Here are your winners, and the Universal World Tag Team Champions, Jake Savage and Lord Arthur Stevenson, the Infiltrators.
Definitely, guys. Wish Sped a happy birthday. Huge contributor to the channel. Always in buying his ticket. Witcher always in buying her tickets. Digital. Prime time. All of them always in buying tickets. Gotta love it. And all that money, guys, goes right back into the channel. So very, very much appreciated. It allows us to get the right equipment and the right stuff to bring you guys a better product, which at the end of the day is what it's all about. Hey, you can't even be mad at the Horsemen. Like that was a thing where I was like, man, I think they're using the Lord too much. But it looked like him and Savage had a plan. You could see by the time Jay Savage really got back into the match, once he got eliminated, the Lord got eliminated, Eagle was on the last little bit. Like his gas tank was almost empty. You could see even the tag that he came in, and then Bama tried to step up and that back and forth stuff, and then all of a sudden the stuff where they started using the ring.
Is scheduled for one fall and is for the Universal World Television Championship.
But he uses that ring where he's knocking them 2 or 3 different times with a lot of force into those belt buckles. And holy cow, you want to talk about, even though they didn't leave the ring, the great equalizer right there. Absolutely crazy. But now, moving on, the TWO's Misty Watson coming down, getting ready to put it on the line here tonight. Can she find a way to beat the largest female competitor in all of wrestling, the daughter of Kane, Crimson? And it's funny because here lately we have seen Paul Bearer. Now, Paul Bearer has come down with Jake Plague and Paul Bearer coming down with Crimson. Now, we don't know if there is a tie between Jake Plague and Crimson at all. But Paul Bearer usually only deals with the family of The Undertaker. Kane being the brother of The Undertaker, Crimson being his daughter, makes sense why Paul Bearer comes out with him. But, again, we have seen him come out with Jake Plague. So, is there a connection? Is there not? Is he just stretching it out? Is it a favor to a friend of the family? We don't know, but definitely something we're going to want to keep an eye on.
Introducing the challenger from Austin, Texas, the Grim Reaper, Mighty Watson. And her opponent, from your darkest fears, the Universal World Television Champion, the Monster Crimson.
Man, you get in the ring with Crimson. No, I'm telling you, Frankie Two Fingers is not doing it. That is freaky. Way too freaky for me. Yeah, Misty gets out, says, hey, let me give you a chop right across the chest, and Crimson says, no thank you. So when you're going up the likes of like a Crimson, a Digital Dogs, a Sid B, a Bobby O, like you gotta be smart about how you do the attacking. It's gotta be some quick strikes. You gotta be, if you ever watch the movie Dodgeball, dip, dodge, dodge, and duck. Like the 19 D's of Dodgeball. The way I say it, you know what I mean? If you sound it out, MHM, And looking at both powerhouses, it's going to be really interesting. And you see where Crimson will call for it. She'll call for that choke slam, but she doesn't always do it. It's the same. It's like her and Digital both know they've got that. They've got it. They got the height to really make it a thing. And so they'll call for it, and it's almost like it strikes the fear. Then you don't know when it's coming. If you only did it when you're about to do it, then you would know how to block it. But she'll do that and then go into a different move. He'll do the same thing. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they won't. So very smart. They used to only do it when they're about to do it, but they must have got together, had a little discussion about, hey, I think we need to start fooling some people around here. They know when it's coming, and so then it's easy to kind of block. Misty now, and this is what you got to do with Crimson. She's on the ground. You want to keep her on the ground. You don't want her on her feet, because then she will do something like that. Big boot to the face. Yeah, it's crazy. I've been doing some weight training here recently too. About 5 days a week. Finally, my arms are starting to come back. My chest, it's coming back. I turned 50, but somehow my body doesn't realize it. So, but yeah, I've been sore myself. And again, this is exactly what Misty needs to do. It's exactly what Crimson doesn't need to have happen. Misty's got to keep her on the ground until she can wear her down a little bit. Now, Misty's got the power to pick her up. Oh! Oh! Right hook. 2. I thought that right hook would have ended my night. But Missy with the right hook, setting up Red's redemption. And she gets it in on Crimson. This could be it. 1, 2. And somehow Crimson kicks out in 2. That's the funny thing, the other thing, you talk about like weight training or this or that or the other. I always heard, hey, run, cardio to lose weight. That's an absolute lie. Do not, if you think running's going to help you lose weight, you are wrong. What was that new move coming out from Crimson here tonight? And Misty able to kick out of it, but is that going to be the move now that sets up that choke slam? Oh! Like a choke slamming backbreaker of her own. Almost done in a mocking fashion with Crimson, and I don't know how much mocking I'd want to do with Crimson, but Misty reminding her about what that one right hook felt like, even though it took about 5 of them there. But that one right hook, that's got to be the turning point of the match. Now, can Crimson recover from it? Ever since then, even though she's got a few moves in, Misty really has been in control of this match. But yeah, you want to lose weight, even if it's light resistance, you need to do weight training. I'm even starting to lose my belly, and I haven't even really did anything in the stomach area yet. But my sides, the belly, like just doing a few different weight training moves, mostly upper body. And this might be it. Oh, you can see Misty looks like she's out on her feet. 1, 2. What? Even Crimson is like, what just happened? Big leg drop. Misty still not even able to defend herself. I don't even think Misty realized she kicked out. I don't even think she knows that the match is still going on. Is she going to kind of get the well, that'll do it. Now both ladies standing toe to toe. Open hands, closed hands, chops, slaps. Crimson punched, missed. And look, I'm still not convinced Misty even knows they're in a match right now. Oh, Crimson, you know she would do it. 1, 2. Oh, the referee saw and broke it up. And is that a mistake? It might be. Misty pissed off. Missed that last one, though. The bell clapper. Clap on, clap off. The ear clapper. And where are they going? Oh, I thought that was going to be a power bomb outside the ring. Misty, though, able to get her hands up. And again, Crimson calling for it. Has her up underneath, and that has got to be it. But what a valiant effort on the part of Misty. Able to extend this match another 4 minutes, but Crimson will retain.
Here is your winner, and still women's, the Universal World Television Champion, the Monster Crimson.
Crimson able to retain the Universal Television title, and I told you when she got it, I was like, who is going to be able to take that away from her? They can say whatever they want. They can call that a 3-star match if it makes them feel better, but that, I think, was a 5-star match. That was absolutely crazy. Lots of back and forth, and I don't know how she even extended that match. After a while, I don't even think she knew she was wrestling. Like, the doctor's definitely going to have to check out Misty, make sure she is okay. You don't have to lift heavy weights. It isn't about, like, I'm 50, I'm not lifting heavy weights. I got this this machine that works on the chest. I use it on my arms. Like, you don't have to lift heavy weights to lose the weight. Calisthenics, yeah. Hold on a second. I was wrong. It isn't the Universal title match. I'm looking forward to all the matches. Vipera will be facing off against Miguel. That's the one I'm most interested in seeing, to see if we fix the way Miguel's wrestler wrestles.
Extreme Rules match. And his for the Universal Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, see, JW knows too. That's another way. But heavy to you, whatever you think is heavy. You know what I mean? I bought the first one, and then after a few weeks, I'm like, it's really light. Like, I need another one. So I bought the next step up, bought that one, found them for like $20 online, you know. But it has really been working. Yeah, I don't do heavy, crazy workouts. I'm serious. I work out 5 times a week now, about 45 minutes. I turn on an episode. Well, I just finished it, so I got to find a new thing. But like an episode of Supergirl. When Supergirl's over, I'm done working out. I just go until then. I don't rest a lot in between sets. Maybe 30 seconds, because your body does need some rest. Do it 5 times a week, and yeah. Now, here's an interesting one. We saw when Ed Cardozo came in, absolutely dominated the cruiser/light heavyweight division. Absolutely dominated it. Then got hooked up into a bunch of multi-man matches, right? Haven't seen him in a while, but can he get back to dominating? And it's interesting because when Ed came in, Ed was beating Simba. Now Simba, the cruiserweight champion, can Ed take that belt from around the waist of Simba? We're going to see. Thank you for buying your ticket, Prime. You know, we know you always do, but it's very much appreciated. And look, guys, that's not stuff I take for granted. Really, my biggest goal really is to get like 100 members, not people with free memberships, but 100 people that want to be members of this channel. Again, $2.99 a month, the lowest. You can go all the way up to $9.99 or $10.99, something like that if you want to. But we revamped it, so $2.99 a month. There's a $4.99 a month option, a $6.99. We're talking $2 a month, though, $3 a month. It's crazy if we got 100 people doing that, what that would mean for this channel. Absolutely crazy what it would do. So, but very much appreciated. Love that you guys buy the tickets. It means a lot. And again, it goes back into the channel. But Simba, again, he was a guy, came in, crushed it, was a part of the original American Alpha with Grady. Then he leaves, he goes back to do whatever he had to do. You can see he came back, scars on his body, so obviously had to do something, fought for his kingdom, but now he is back in the wrestling world and taking it again by storm. So the current Cruiserweight champion, championship belt on the line. Can they get the win? Right now, the Meltdown brand is winning 3-1. Simba on the side of the Meltdown brand. Ed Cardozo on the side of the Outbreak brand. Can they make it 3-2? Can they bring it back? The Outbreak brand dominated last time. Meltdown's starting to dominate this time.
The challenger from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 202 pounds, Edward Drago. And his opponent from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 204 pounds, the Universal Cruiserweight Champion, the King Silva.
Yeah, no, and that's right too, Digital, and that is crazy, Iffy. I think in my prime, I was right around 300. I don't think I ever, I think I was, it was 290 something, and then I hurt myself. And never really went after maxes after that. I think there was a point where I probably could have lifted over that, but after that, I never really went after the max part of it again. But and this is the other thing, you know, I had, you talk to everybody and everybody's got their own opinions, but I used to lift weights and I used to be big. And you could kind of tell, like in the areas, but I used to be a lot bigger. And then I stopped working out and I got a lot fatter. Then I started working out again, and now I'm starting to get back to kind of, I don't want to be big, but I'm not small either. Nice. I think I know what the rack and tap move was. I was just seeing if you knew what it was. If it's not, I think you'll like this one even better, though. I built your new move set for your new character around the idea of it. So it'll look like some other people. It'll look like Jay Savage, where he puts a lot of people where it'll look like he could be doing the triple butterfly and does another move. It'll look like you're rack and tapping people sometimes, but then you slam them, where you do this or you do that. So it'll be interesting. And you'll have your rock bottom still. But you'll have both of them now. But here's the thing that I was getting to. A lot of people are like, oh, it's all about technique. No, there are things about technique. I used to, in the beginning of, if I was going to focus on arms, I would go over to the dumbbells as an example, and I'd pick up anywhere from 80 to 100 and I would we'd just swing them. Each arm, as many times as you can. Sets of 3, right? Do it 3 times. No. I don't care if you're swinging it. I don't care if you're putting your back. I don't care what you're doing. Because it was just about ripping down muscle, the major muscle. And then we would get into really lighter weights, but very antiquated movements, very like form. Dedicated to form, working on the smaller muscle groups. And that was the ticket for me. You know, that's what worked for me and for quite a few other guys. I used to work out with a lot of SF guys. And they showed me that. They're like, yeah, everybody's about form. Just swing this thing as much as you can. And then, once we've ripped down the muscle, then we'll do the thing. But yeah, I don't do that anymore. But still, all of a sudden, arms are starting to get bigger again. Chest is getting bigger. Traps, lats, all that stuff starting to get bigger. Just doing a few things 45 minutes a day. I want to start going for walks too. We used to do that all the time, but just comes down to time of the day too. But right now, cruiserweight title belt on the line. And look at Ed. And Ed's got this move where you think, oh, it's not that strong, but the way he generates the speed, generates the power of that move, and he can put you out quick. Now it looks like Simba, I don't think he was quite ready for Ed, and look, this is it! That is it right there. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Somehow Simba kicks out of it, but Ed brought that in. Thought he was going to do it, just missed the table. I think he hits that move on the table, and it's all over but the crying. What is going on? Eagle Star, welcome to the show. Yeah, and that's what I do even with the bars that I use now. You can find them. I found it. I bought it off Amazon, but I found it on Facebook. They're like, oh, the chest thing, do it 30 times a day, and da-da-da-da. It actually works. But I go out slow, very in slow, like both. So you're getting the negatives in there too. Fusion subscribing to the channel. Appreciate that, brother. Or sister, like we don't know. We don't know if Fusion could be a guy, could be a girl. We don't know. It's a cool name, regardless. And you know, that's the funny thing. Oh, you want to talk about the great equalizer that's about to happen. Somehow Ed fought back through it, but Simba split open, bleeding, had the chance possibly to put Ed through a table and miss that opportunity. Unfortunately for him. Fortunately for Ed, though, you know what I mean? But unfortunate for for Simba. What is going on, Blaze? Welcome to the stream, brother. If you guys don't know, Blaze, the owner of the LTD. Go check him out. That is his link right there. Oh, Simba getting all kinds of pumped up. I will not tell him you said that. It's funny, we've got... Oh, the King's Arrow. That might have just done it. No! So now you've got Ed kicking out of the King's Arrow. You got Simba kicking out of Ed's finisher. And now he's like, hey, get back over here on this table. Let's try this again. Like, I messed up last time, but can I get it this time? Simba trying to take him up and takes him through the table. That has got to be it. Oh, Simba doesn't think it's it. Simba says, stop the press. Vicky Vale. Vicky Vale. You guys don't know about Batman. You just got a lesson. Oh! Oh! Did you see that? And all it did was piss Simba off. Ed catches him, power bombs him through a trash can. Simba gets pissed off and Ed stops it again. The back and forth right now, you know both these guys know what's on the line. And what is that? What kind of pinning shenanigans is that? The shenanigans are real. Oh, Ed just wiping the face in there. And look, Ed never accused of being a nice guy in the ring. Nobody was ever like, oh yeah, when we got out of the ring after fighting Ed Cardozo, it turned out he was the nicest wrestler that we ever wrestled. Never heard that from one wrestler in my life. So Ed will take it to you when he can. Simba trying to shotgun him, going down low for the single leg. Ed going for the power bomb, and look at this. 2. What? 1, 2. Why should it have been any different than that? Look at the carnage in the ring. You got tables, you got flattened trash cans, busted up tables. You got Simba bleeding everywhere. You got bruises all over Ed. Absolutely crazy. Okay. You will never believe what just happened. For some reason or another, my PlayStation keeps shutting off, and I can't figure it out. Almost to the point I feel like I should go buy another one. However, that is not going to stop the show. In the old days, that would have just stopped the show. I would have been like, oh, show's over. Not today. No way. Today, we're not having it. Today isn't the day that the show is over. Oh, there's fans blowing on it. There's all kinds of stuff. I got a special duster. Like, it's amazing, all the stuff that I've done. Look at the state of this duster. But we got to let it repair itself real quick because, like, it shuts down. I know. It's crazy. Only 20-something bucks. But we're almost back. We're almost back and better than ever. So just hang out for just a second. We'll be right back in to the swing of things. What's going on, Temple? Welcome. Yeah, Totes McLean's a lot of stuff. But hardly any dust even came out of it because I do it all the time. So that isn't the issue. Somehow it's overheating. I've got a fan blowing on it. I got it sitting on a fan, but I think the thing that it's sitting on is out. Now, I would have already ordered another one, but they can't get it here until the 22nd. I leave on the 22nd, like early in the morning, so I'm not going to be here. You know what I mean? So that's not going to be a thing. So now I've got to wait, and I'll order it right before I leave, so it's here when I get back. But the next part, let's just make sure. Oh, did it save all the matches for realsies? It did. It did save all the matches for realsies. So this will be good. Like, if you end up watching it a little bit later, I'll have this as a skip scene. But yeah, there's a lot of things we've been working on while we're waiting for this stuff to kind of come through, and we'll let these guys, they're going to restart the match, obviously. But there's a lot of things, again, that we've been working on where I am recording all the wins and losses for real, all the pins, all the tap outs, all the loss by pins, all the loss by tap outs, wins by knockout, loss by... just so we can see all the singles versus the tag team and the combined. One of the things that I thought was funny or really interesting, in the first 5 seasons, I think a lot of people would bet that the Totes McGoats character would have a winning record. He does not. I thought he would have too. There's a lot of people but it goes back to those multi-man matches where but the multi-man matches where, you know, if there's 8 people in the ring, there can only be one winner. Yeah, you get credit for a lot of pins, but there's only one winner. So there is that. Yeah, and it'll be in the spreadsheet. Matter of fact, I'm going to make a special spreadsheet that takes out all the other pages of nonsense, like I need them. It's what helps me, but it'll just be a statistical spreadsheets will be the only thing that's in there, along with our history, our title history. So, you know, Witcher asked me, she was like, hey, can I get the Witcher's history? And I'm like, you've got it already. It's already there. The title history, everything is already in there. You can even see the title history by just overall titles, where you can see the wins and the like who you beat, who you got it from, yada, 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 the order in which you won, like those title belts won. But you can also just see, hey, Witcher won, 3 world titles here, 2 tag team titles. Those sheets are already in the Discord for every one of the wrestlers. So you wonder how the bonus stats happen. It's all right there. It's all very transparent. Yeah, you can get lost in those spreadsheets. If you are a spreadsheet person, you can, there's a lot of data there to unwind. But we saw these 2 guys getting after it, and just unbelievable technical difficulties in the arena caused the restart of the match, but gosh, it's hard to go back and say you didn't want to see it go down a certain way. But now that both these guys have had a chance to kind of wrestle against each other, now that the bell's going to ring again, you know, we had the medical team come out, look at Simba, kind of just like a boxer, you know, put the Vaseline over the cut so he's not bleeding everywhere right now. Probably going to be very easy for him to get broke open again, though, so something we're going to want to keep watching, keep an eye on, but absolutely crazy with all the stuff that's going on. Yeah, I don't know if maybe the internal fan, maybe that's what's going on with it. I don't know. But hopefully we'll be able to finish it out. And it wouldn't even be so bad if it kind of went out in between a match, because not a big deal. You know, we just restart it. Restart the PlayStation, not that big of a deal. So I even just kicked up the fan one more notch. I'm like, maybe it needs more air going through it. And even if it's an internal fan, I don't think they're that hard to replace, to be fair. I have to watch a video on that later. But right now, nobody cares about the fan inside the delivery system. All they care about is what is going on right here, right now. And Simba, I think he realizes now, and it almost looked like before maybe he didn't understand. Thought, oh yeah, probably a lot of rust on Ed Cardozo, you know what I mean? But Ed's not wrestling like there's a lot of rust on him right now, so that's what I'm saying, blow harder. And Simba looks like a man on a mission right now. This restart may, and we don't know yet, but it may have just saved him his Cruiserweight Championship title belt. We'll see if he can keep this pace up. We'll see if he can put Ed down, but Ed looking like he's coming back too. Like, it's not just a one-way street. Now both competitors have a little more understanding of what the other's going to do, but Ed moving a little bit slow already, so definitely need to look at that. Oh, I will for sure. Console fix. Yeah, I'll look that up for sure, because, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just started happening over the last week. But it hasn't interrupted any of my streams or videos, but it just did, so. Yeah, and it might be something I just got to open it up and blow everything out. You know, maybe it needs that. Obviously, we bought our PS5 in 2020, like when they came out, so we're beyond the warranty period for sure. Well beyond that. But again, they've already gone back. They've already got the trash cans. You can already see Ed's back starting to, and his chest for that matter, like the bruising is back. Simba not split open though. And now Ed trying to end it right here. Can he do it? Hooks the leg. 1, 2. And I'm telling you what, Ed likes using that trash can. I would think Simba, after this match, does not want to see any more trash cans. Like, he probably won't even throw the own trash away at his house. He's just like, hey, just throw this outside. No more trash cans in the house. We're not having it. And again, that huge power bomb, and it's like Simba hates getting power bombed. Like we saw, in the first half of the match, he got that power bomb through the trash can, absolutely leveled the trash can, and Simba pops right back up. And the same thing here, you can see. But this time, Ed ready for that response, and stayed on top of him this time. So again, these guys absolutely learning how the other one wrestles, pulling out the ladder, setting it up for whatever reason. And Simba hooking it up again. That front flipping Hurricane Rana gets the chair. And delivering chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. Ed gets up, tries to take out the leg, and we saw him do it in the first half of the match. Now Simba, knowing it's coming, getting out of the way. And I don't think this is where, Simba has really been dominant on the outside of the ring. I don't think this is where Ed wants Simba to be. Yeah, that's why I feel like I have a thing that blows air into it, but I think it's broken. Like, it doesn't sound broken, but I feel like it's not working like it used to. And once I notice that, all of a sudden then I have this problem. So that's why I feel like it's an overheating issue, so we'll see. Now Simba setting up the table. There's a ladder set up. There's a table set up. Big boot. And Ed finally is like, hey, let's get back in the ring. See if we can finish this. And you can see the referee, it's not a false count anywhere match. Hardcore match, yes. All the stuff allowed, but it is not a falls count or a taps count anywhere match because the referee staying inside the ring, so that is the only place that the falls are going to happen. Going! He went for that clothesline, but got out of the way, and Rosquetios, that might be it! And it also, he's bleeding again. 2, 3, and Ed just became the brand new Universal Cruiserweight Champion.
Here is your winner, and new, the Universal Cruiserweight Champion, Edward Cordrago.
So hats off to Ed, the Outbreak brand, bringing it back to a 2-3 match. Meltdown leading by 3 wins here tonight. That was like a 5 and a 4-star match all wrapped up into one. You got everything that you could possibly get out of that match. Times 2. But here is the match I've been waiting for, and that is because, again, and we'll talk about it in the podcast, but just saw something. I couldn't figure out why Miguel was performing the way he was. Not about winning and losing, but why he was performing the way he was.
It's scheduled for one fall, and is for the Universal World
And there were 5 major ratings that did not line up with our universe, and it was apparent in the ring. So I'm shocked that I didn't see them. I'm shocked that but they should be fixed now. I didn't have time to test it extensively, so we're about to find out. But that is why he's getting a shot tonight. The Meltdown Management wanted to see if that was the difference. Miguel trying to make masked wrestling great again. Donning the mask of the luchador, and now getting a shot at Vipero and the Universal Television title. Yeah, the 8 layers of the onion. The 8 layers of the AI getting peeled back. And one of the layers was wrong. And what's funny, it's not typically a layer that is wrong. Like, it's one of the first things that I check. And just must not have done it this time. But will it matter? I mean, it's going to matter without a doubt, but how much will it matter? Going up against right now the current Outbreak World Champion Vipero, getting a big win over Jakai, and now having to put the Universal Television title on the line as well here tonight at the Wednesday Night Wars. It's funny, you know, Vipero has been wanting for a long time to be the leader of a group. And right now, the group, it appears to be kind of busted up right now, the corporate syndicate. But look, these guys still wearing JP, going over to represent the SSU side of things. And I think it's hilarious. Vipero leaves the names of the wrestlers he beat on the belt. I point it out every time.
From Houston, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Mighty Michael Morales. And his opponent from Santa Fe, New Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds, the Universal World Television Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion, the Snake V.E.R.O.
So, world title belt not on the line, but the Universal Television title is. Again, 9 matches tonight, all of them with a Universal title belt on the line. Now, it's really going to come down to the movesets. It is going to come down to the things, but can Miguel turn it around here? And it's going to be interesting with these two wrestlers. Very similar lucha-style wrestling, but very different movesets. So, what is that going to mean? We just saw what it means when you got, like, Simba and Ed going after each other. Very similar wrestlers, different movesets, and what it means. And you could see Vipero bringing all that he learned from the SSU, all that he learned from LTD, and all that he's learned here in the TCW, but bringing them after Miguel. Miguel needing to get it turned back around here. But again, Vipero right now, one of the hottest wrestlers in the TCW, holding on to the Universal Television title and holding on to the Outbreak World title. And there's times in the match where Vipero really gets and picks up the pace, picks up the pecani sauce, he picks up the pace, but there are other times where he slows it down. So it's very interesting in the pacing of the match, trying to keep Miguel off guard, and so far it has been working. Miguel now trying to slow it down, getting Vampiro in that reverse chin lock. Oh, that's true. We don't even know. They might be. But look at this. I mean, absolute back and forth on the technical wrestling side. Miguel finally says he's had enough of the technical wrestling testing. And now he gets up and now he starts to get it going. Can he maintain a little bit of control here and get things turned back around? Hooks the leg. And using that total body weight right there, using the ring. And, you know, usually you'd say, hey, Miguel's the better wrestler in the ring. Hey, Vampiro's the better wrestler in the ring. The problem is they are both very dependent upon the ring and the ring ropes and the top turnbuckle and everything else in the ring. So both of them very dangerous inside the ring. And look at that. Not even a 1 count, but still the absolute crazy shenanigans of the pins going on here today. Oh, that could be a match changer right there. You saw him hit it right up underneath the chin. Vampiro, though, fighting back, and you got to wonder if that is just coming back off of instinct right there, because that was a devastating move. Vampiro looks like he was just in reaction mode. Now maybe coming back, getting things going again, but and look, as a referee in this match, you watch her, you don't even know, like, hey, which way are we going? Referee trying to stay, like, out of the way to allow these guys the room they need to wrestle. And now a 2 count. Vampiro setting up for it. And look, I don't know what's coming, but you don't want to get hit by it. Snake bite was incoming. Miguel, though, getting out of the way of that snake bite. Oh. 1, 2. And both men taking the best from the other guy. If Miguel can get this in, you got to think it could be over. Like, there's a chance. Just like that snake bite. You don't want the snake bite coming your way. You don't want the other thing coming your way either. Miguel, though, or Vampiro, able to get out of the way. Miguel now taking it off the top rope. Jumps around. 1, 2. And Miguel getting a 2 count. Now I'm telling you right now, Miguel already after those things, Miguel wrestling how you think Miguel should wrestle now. Like, regardless of the wins, regardless of the losses, this is a much different Miguel Morales in the ring. Very, very interesting, especially seeing these two guys fight. Oh, huge clothesline. Miguel, though, hit the back of his head. Vampiro getting him back to his feet. Snake bite. I am not the one who's so far away. That's right, 2. And Miguel kicks out in 2, but grabbing his head. And now Vampiro using the ring. Miguel trying to get out of the way, but Vampiro showing you the Viper. Showing you the Viper side of his moveset, staying on top of it, going back up to the top rope. Does Miguel even know where Vampiro is at? No, he does not. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3, and Vampiro will retain the Universal Television title.
Here is your winner, and still the Universal World Television Champion, the Snake v. the Air. Oh!
Now, here's the thing, though, that should scare everybody. There are things working against Miguel with the losses. When that gets turned around, you saw what he just did. Right now, Vampiro, hottest wrestler going in the TCW right now. And you saw the fight that just happened, so that has got to scare you. Once Miguel can recover from what's happening, watch out. Watch out. Now we're looking at an undefeated tag team, the Universal Tag Team of the Road Warriors, the daughters of the Road Warriors, Falcon and Spider, getting ready to put the tag team title belts on the line, representing the Outbreak brand. Will they be able to bring the Outbreak brand back within one? But right now, Meltdown up 4-2, so we will see. Brand new, well, the newer old look of Ozzy really is what's going on. And the kind of updated look of Rebecca Dawn. Both ladies making their way down to the ring. Both have held world title belts of obviously Ozzy, greatest world champion in the TCW, greatest women's wrestler, but it doesn't always translate into tag team matches. So will they be able to stop the undefeated streak of the women's version of the Road Warriors? Hey, as a kid, $10, I mean, that's a lot. What is going on, Jiggles? Welcome to the show. And that's the crazy thing about these two ladies right now, too. Like, their dads have trained them well. Absolute beasts in the ring, bringing back the Road Warriors name, more like the Road Warriors 2.0, as an ode to their dad, or their dads. But they have been absolutely dominant in the ring. Absolutely dominant, even in what looked like it could have been a close match. They took a lot of punishment, but they still had a lot left in the tank. So that has got to be scary for anybody trying to get in the ring with these two.
The following is an elimination match and is for the Universal Women's World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers, the Legend Oxley and the Irresistible Force, Rebecca Dawn, the and their opponents, the Universal Women's World Tag Team Champions, the Falcon and the
Doing absolutely amazing, Jiggles. Thank you for popping in. And welcome to the show. So Universal title belts on the line. Now the Outbreak brand down 4-2 right now, but if they win the last 3 matches of the night, they will win the night. Can they do it? It's not going to be an easy road, but right now, the Meltdown brand has got Ozzy and Rebecca. The Outbreak brand has got the champions. If the champions can defend their title belts, they will bring it back 4-3. So that is what they need to do, but the Meltdown brand can lock in the big win of the night. Now, in the last Wednesday Night Wars, it was the Outbreak brand coming out on top. Tonight, can the Meltdown brand do it? You know, because you know these guys talk like ultimate bragging rights between the two shows. So we will definitely see what happens in this match. But it is, again, in these Universal title matches, it is going to take a total team win. You have to eliminate both tag team partners. Now, nothing new. We have seen this from the Road Warriors. It is like the other team gets on to their quick start. Then the Road Warriors start their comeback. And once they started, they haven't stopped. So that is the way it has gone in the last 2 matches. Will it go this way here tonight? And they better hope this is not the start. It is way too early to get started, but Falcon holding on, and look at this. These two are going to do tag team moves that you haven't seen in a long time. Animal and Hawk are their dad, so definitely these ladies trying to take the women's tag team division to all new heights, and I believe they could be the two that do it. Tag coming in right here, and again, you're going and you're seeing those quick tags in and out. You're seeing them right now, trying to isolate Rebecca Dawn in the ring. Hooks the leg, 1. But Becky able to kick out in 1. And normally you could say, hey, you know, the other team to the Road Warriors are giving up some size. Rebecca Dawn might be giving up some size. Ozzy certainly is not. But emergency tag done. Falcon jumps out of the ring. Kind of threw Ozzy off. By the time Ozzy got in, I think she was like, where did she go? Presto changeo. Ipso facto. Dormia Magato. Mr. Roboto. And Falcon getting the best right now of Ozzy. So again, we look and we talk about this. I think it was debatable, like, between Ozzy and Cheyenne for the longest time, hey, who's the greatest world champion? Now I think the argument really goes between Ozzy, Cheyenne, and Witcher. Which one of the 3 is the greatest? Hard to say that Ozzy isn't the greatest. But who's the second greatest? That's where a bigger thing between Cheyenne and Witcher. It was Cheyenne forever. But now there's a strong argument that it could be the Witcher. And look at that! Knowing that things aren't going quite right, grabs that hand, gets things turned back around. But again, the smallest mistake right there. She went to grab Spider, but Spider able to get it turned around and turned around quickly. So you cannot make mistakes against the Road Warriors, even though, yeah, they're new. They're new to TCW, but still, you look at who they were trained by, how they were trained, and then now that their dads have unleashed them on the wrestling world, lucky enough to have them here in the TCW. But I don't feel like the women's division is thinking that they're lucky. You can see And they're doing this against two world champions. Now, would they have the same success in the singles match? I don't know. But they're not in a singles match. They are in a tag team match, and that's all that really matters right now. Yeah, they are some big boys. I will tell you that. And look, using the ring, but using the ring against Rebecca Dawn. Falcon kind of sitting back. Oh, pulled a little Trixie. Look! What? What? You might have thought it was a mistake. Like, what is Falcon doing? Like, maybe Falcon's making a mistake right now, but she just pulled a little tarantula move. You would have expected that from Spider, but a little tarantula move on Becky Dawn right there. Getting Spider in. I think, after that, Spider got inspired. Oh, face plant right into that turnbuckle. And it seems to be what they're trying to do. Isolate Becky right now. Maybe try to get her out and turn it into a 2-on-1 situation. But this is what I've been talking about. Like, can Ozzy and Rebecca turn it around? I don't know. Like, as soon as the Road Warriors, they get on this roll, they start absolutely dominating. Oh, Becky started to get pumped up. Spider saw it and said, no, thank you. Return to sender. Like, you take that pumped up business somewhere else. We're wrestling right now. One. And this might be exactly what they were looking for. This might be exactly what they're looking for. And I think Becky knows it. Becky fighting out of the corner. Thought she would have went for the tag. Thought she would have got Ozzy tagged into this match. Desperately needing a breather. And now back and forth. Like, I thought that was going to be the huge mistake. Well, and it still might be. What? What was that? Somersaults will never be the same again. Cartwheels will never be the same again. And we saw that earlier in the night from the tag team in the SSU, who came out and ended up winning the Universal Tag Team title belts. Oh, Becky setting her up, but again, Becky needing to get out of this ring. She needs desperately to get a breather. 1, 2. And Falcon able to kick out in 2. Is Becky gonna? No, Becky is not. I was like, is she gonna take the opportunity? And she is not looking to take the opportunity, and now she does. What is Jimmy Hart doing? Jimmy Hart in the ring. I don't even think the referee realizes Jimmy Hart's in the ring. And there it is right there. That has ended many women's nights. Yeah. Spider having to get in to break that up because she just got taken to the yellow brick road. But able to turn it around. Ozzy realizing that the end is nigh. The end is nigh. Trying to get out. What is Jimmy Hart still doing in the ring? You think Jimmy Hart's getting out, but he's like, maybe his seat wasn't good enough. So he's just going to hang out in the ring. 1, 2. And Ozzy able to kick out in 2, but that could have easily ended the night right there of Ozzy. Spider now picking her up. 1. I thought we might have been seeing some multiple power bombs. Ozzy. And look, Ozzy, knowing what she's doing, gets out of the ring. Jimmy Hart's like he couldn't see from back there. So now he comes over to this side of the ring. Now, it makes you wonder, you already know, if Jimmy Hart comes in contact, will it eliminate one of the wrestlers? Oh, she's got a football. Not even Sunday. I mean, it is Saturday, but not even Sunday. She's got a football. And I'm a little bit shocked Ozzy hasn't used this to her advantage yet. Like somehow found a way to kind of bump into Jimmy Hart and maybe get the current person in the ring eliminated. Now, you can't lose the titles. You can't lose the titles if you were disqualified, but you can if only one of you is. Remember, both people, it just can't be the second one. You can't win the entire match on a countout or disqualification. But you could get the first person eliminated. You can do that. Oh, Becky. Becky taking her eyes off the prize a little bit right there. Oh, Spider's starting to feel it now, and that has got to not be a good thing. But Becky coming back, Spider coming back, both of them coming back. And you wonder if maybe a pin isn't coming right now. Like, either one of them really, you're kind of expecting the pin. Oh, look, Becky looking like she is out on her feet. Falcon now the legal person. You'd almost think Jimmy Hart was the legal person. Falcon now setting up. Can she put an end to the night of Becky? And what a huge power slam. Hooks the leg, Ozzy right there. But Ozzy goes the other way and smashes Jimmy Hart. And finally, Ozzy's like, get out of here, Jimmy Hart. Ozzy now buying a little bit of time for Becky to make it back onto her feet. There's a double team, but Ozzy is not the legal person. Becky's sitting back, and that's kind of a wise move right there on Becky's part. Becky getting it right there. Thought she was going to get... God dang it. So far beyond pissed off right now. Like, so far beyond pissed off right now. The problem is when it does it in the middle of that match. You know what I mean? And it is true that there are these are longer matches. You know what I mean? For sure. Yeah, there's a lot. Like, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad. I mean, it only made it 2 matches, you know? We got these last 3 matches we got to get through. I'm going to look at a setting. I'm going to look at a setting real quick while this is restarting. It's restarting right now. Like, we're... But, you know, sometimes it be like that, I guess. Trying to find the positive. Trying to find the positive right now. I'm going to check a setting just to see if maybe something with one of the settings is, for some reason, like there was a new update. Let me just see something here real quick. Just checking something real quick before we start this. Yeah, all that stuff is turned off, so I don't... No, everything is turned off, so there shouldn't be a timer that is set where it turns off. I thought maybe, you know, maybe there was a timer or something. So we are going to do something where this isn't going to be... It's going to be a one fall. It's going to be a one fall. I even got to change the main event because even in the main event I had a match between Totes and Sentinel where it would be a two fall, but yeah, far beyond pissed off right now. Like, so far beyond pissed off. You wouldn't even believe it. All right, but there's just big matches, and the match has to happen. Like, we can't not have these matches happen. You know what I mean? Well, we're back. Round 2 again for this match. Round 3 for all of us, but round 2 for this match. So now it is just going to be a one fall. A one fall match. So who is this going to start to be good for? You know what I mean? And now, is this going to change the way? And how is Jimmy Hart again in the ring? But look, the referee now, at least she's like on to something. She's like, hey, Get this and get that megaphone out of here. Maybe the referee gonna, but look, she throws the megaphone out and Jimmy Hart just walks over and picks it up anyway. Not even gonna have it. But does this change? Because, I mean, for me, if I was a wrestler, it would change the way I'd be looking at this match all of a sudden. Now I would be like, hey, we can go all out. We can really isolate one of the wrestlers. But look at this. Ozzy telling him, stop. In the name of Ozzy before I break your face. But doesn't see Falcon coming. And now Falcon and Spider back on it. And that's typically what happens. They're facing it down against a team, and that team starts doing very well against them. Something will happen. They'll get it turned around. In this case, Jimmy Hart comes out, does whatever he does, and then these two ladies go on an absolute tear. So, is that what we're going to see right now? I appreciate that, Digital. It's funny, you know, we're on episode 237 right now, you think about it, and it's been about 140 episodes since we've really had technical difficulties. Like, it goes all the way back to, I think, season 4. And we might have had one hiccup in there, but then to have this, like, and this is the thing that made me debate on whether to have the show today, but I was like, no, I'll just wait, and then we'll start things going. Let me try one more thing. Yeah, I just feel like it's heating issue. A lot of heat coming off the back of it, so we cranked the AC down. We got to crank the fan all the way up now. Hopefully we can just make it through this last little piece, because there's a lot of cool stuff, I think, happening. But who is this an advantage for? Does this turn out to be an advantage for Ozzy and Rebecca Dawn? Now that they don't have to beat both of them, they just have to beat one. Spider able to get back out. Falcon in. Ozzy with a huge overhand right. Ozzy's like, it's like she doesn't care who she's fighting. She's like, just, I'm letting you know one of you is getting fought right now. One of you are starting to do something. I can feel the AC kicking on. This might be a good thing. Hopefully it's a good thing. What is going on? I don't know if that's Jesus or Jesus. Doing good. Doing good, brother. And I appreciate you dropping in. Now goes that tilt-a-whirl backbreaker on Ozzy. 1, 2. Now both teams getting that tag in. But Aussie a little bit out on her feet, but looking like she's shaking it off pretty quick, getting back over to her side. Becky trying to pull out all the stops right now, using as much leverage as she can possibly use. Oh, I was like, which way is this going? And both wrestlers taking the brunt of that, but obviously Rebecca taking the most of it. And we got to say this, when they're out on the outside, now that it is a normal tag team match, tag team title belts will not change hands on a countout. Even if the Road Warriors lose in a countout, they will still retain those title belts. So it really behooves Becky to get back in the ring. Yeah, there's been a lot going on in these shows too, so lots of things happening, multiple storylines starting to converge in every single episode. It is just crazy how it has been going here lately. Then you throw some of the SSU wrestlers into the mix, like definitely lots of stuff going on. Aussie now tagged back in, but not tagged back in on a double team, you know what I mean? And you would think that, hey, you got to start getting these double team moves in. And as we say that, like the champions, they know, look, both feet up, 2 boots to the face, call her in the morning. But you'd think if there's somebody that could kind of overcome some things, if there was a person, it would be one of the greatest women wrestler of all time, Aussie. However, some of the wrestlers can wrestle very well in singles. Some can wrestle very well in tag teams. So we know she's a great singles wrestler. We know the Road Warriors, they're very great tag team wrestlers. We know Rebecca Dawn, great singles wrestlers, but it's how they do as a team. That is what is going to matter here tonight. Falcon telling Aussie to get up. Oh, she was going for a big move. Aussie saw it coming. And now both women missing those big moves. Falcon able to recover first and right back into that backbreaker. Now even applying a little extra pressure to the chin, pushing back. Trying to get Aussie in the corner. Finally getting her in that corner. I don't think that was the corner she wanted her in, but... Oh! You can see that left shoulder of Aussie right now not feeling good. Falcon bringing her back out again. And, oh! Okay. Well, guys, I don't think there's a way to finish this episode. Like, it just keeps doing the thing, you know what I mean? So I don't think there's a way. We've been going, and this is like the longest 2 hours and 17 minutes, and probably 10 of those minutes we've been trying to get things going. So don't think there's a way that we can actually finish this. That wasn't even a match. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have to shut things down, take things apart, figure some things out. Really apologize about this. We will have the finale of this, maybe even today, after I can hopefully figure out what's going on with the system. Like, this is the worst it's been today for some reason. Like it's been turning on maybe off one time a day, but it hasn't been like this. So I don't know what is going on. But I do know we got to fix it. So, guys, I appreciate you hanging in there for as long as you did. We will restart at this match when we restart everything. And we will go from there. So, guys, appreciate everything you guys do. Appreciate the love and support for everybody who bought their ticket today. Gosh, I feel so bad that we weren't able to finish out the show. You guys deserve it. But, yeah, before I start cussing, I'm going to go ahead and end this one. And we will continue it. Hopefully today, maybe tomorrow, but we will continue it a little bit later. Hopefully I can figure out what's going on. But we'll catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace. Oh, and happy birthday to Sped. If you guys are in the Discord, go send Sped some happy birthday wishes and good luck tonight. You know what happens with people's birthdays in Iffy. People get wrecked. They don't remember a lot about their birthday. So, but we'll catch all you guys later. Peace.